everybody, I hope you are doing wonderful, and I hope that life is working out real well for you at this point in your life. I wanted to start today's video off by asking you a question. When is the last time that someone ever came to you and said that they want to hear your voice? Something to think about. Well, if it's been a while, I want to tell you all that I really want to hear your voice. So at the conclusion of this video, what I would like for you to do is to send me an email and let me know about the quality of the weekly newsletters that I send out to you. I also want to know, are they beneficial to you? Do you like the topics? What topics would you love to hear? And what changes I would need to make? That is so important to me because it's my role and my goal to provide a service to you that's meaningful to you. So I want to thank you because I want to hear your voice and I want to hear if I'm meeting the needs of the people that are listening to this. Thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. I also wanted to tell you that today we're going to talk about being invisible. Wow. Invisible. I'm not invisible. Everybody sees me. I go to work. I go to school. I stay at home. My kids know who I am. Well, you know what? Many times we are invisible. We're invisible when we don't speak up for ourselves. We're invisible when we don't speak our truths. We're invisible when we don't offer or bring information to the table about things that we actually know and are really good at. We're invisible. Let's say there's times that you may not understand a specific topic, or you may not understand what somebody's saying. Do you find yourself asking questions? Do you find yourself saying, you know what, explain this to me so that I can understand it? If you're not doing that, then you basically are keeping yourself invisible. And I want to invite you to stop doing that. The reason why is because when you stay invisible, you're not allowing everybody to see the expertise that you actually bring to the table. Because every single one of you that are listening to me, you bring something to the table. You are an expert with the information that you know and the information that you have. Well, being invisible is not something that just started like 5 minutes ago. Being invisible is something that is a pattern that we have developed for many years. Many of us learned to be invisible at a very young age. And we learned that from the people that were the closest to us by saying things such as, I don't want to hear what you have to say. You are to be seen and not not spoken and not speak, excuse me. You are to be seen and not speak. When people walk away from you when you're talking to them, and the list can go on and on and on and on. So what happens when we are invisible? The things that people have shown us to make us feel invisible presents itself as a pre-programming message. In other words, I'm not enough. I don't offer anything of significance. I can never do anything right. But when you're thinking like that, and when you're thinking negative, and when you don't see yourself as an expert, when you don't offer and bring something to the table verbally, okay, then basically what you're saying is, yeah, they're right. But you know what? They're not right, okay? Because what we have to learn is we have to learn a technique that is called reframing. And reframing is when we turn something negative around and turn it into something positive. And so the reason why that is so important is because it makes us feel better about ourselves. It also allows us and gives us the boldness and the courage to be able to go forward and do something different. For example, let's say that you're the type of person that really says, well, I'm not the best of speaker. Wrong. You're the great speaker. You're able to present information to people that people want to hear. The challenge is you may have to find a different audience that wants to hear it. But you're a great speaker. One of the ways, besides turning the vocabulary around to something positive, to be able to see who you really are and see yourself as an expert, is by quoting at least 10 positive affirmations a day. Say something positive about yourself and your capabilities and your talents. Refrain from listening to people that are going to say something negative about you. In other words, train yourself not to hear that. Train yourself to hear what they're really trying to say, but it's being overcast by something negative. For example, if someone tells you you're not beautiful, really, how can they really say that? Because you're gorgeous. They may not appreciate the beauty that you have, but there's so many other people, including yourself, who will appreciate the beauty that you have. And you can turn that around by saying, you know what? I'm more than enough. I love myself. I am gorgeous. And yes, I am all of that and a bag of chips. And if that's something you have to say to yourself 10 times a day, say it to yourself 10 times a day until you believe it. People cannot judge you when they really don't know you. And the reason why I can say that they really don't know you, even if it's somebody that you're intimate with, because they're not inside of your body. You're inside of your body. You've been with your body and with yourself longer than they have. So their comments of negativity that they're speaking against you really do not matter. And I want to encourage you not to let those negative comments make you invisible anymore. I want you to rise up out of that situation. I want you to speak your truth. Stay in your truth lane. Be who you really are and show the world the value that you have. And also, never forget, you are marvelous. Marvelous people are never invisible. Marvelous people are beautiful. Marvelous people are smart. Marvelous people have voices and they can speak up and stand up for themselves. And I hope that all of you have a wonderful, marvelous day. And remember, anytime something comes to you, and even thoughts that you say that are negative, you want to reframe those thoughts and those statements for something positive. Talk to you next time.